Okay, so let's do a review. So the first simplest graph we saw was y equals ax squared, okay? And then actually, before we go that far, let's do the general form. Which is y equals ax minus h squared plus k. So this is the general form we always use. This is also the complete square form, completed square form, because you can see here there's a complete square here, a perfect square. So this is a very common form, and you're going to see this in grade 10 a lot as well. But all of them relate to this general form. If we look here, if we compare the general form to this one, we could rewrite that as y equals a x minus 0 squared plus 0. You see what I've done there? I've just substituted the 0 and 0 here. So these are actually the same thing because 0 would cancel, wouldn't it? So these are actually the same thing. In this case, we can see the vertex, and remember the vertex is hk. So the vertex here would be 0, 0 for this case here. And we've got A, and if A is positive, this will be our graph here, like this. So if A is a positive number, A positive, the graph will open up. If A is negative, the graph will open downwards. This is where A is a negative number. And the vertex, sorry, is 0, 0. So the vertex here is 0, 0 for this case here. This is case 1. So that's the basic idea. That's the first one you did. Then we did a second one, y equals ax squared plus, I think we called it c, okay? I should probably just tidy that up. Ax squared plus c. So in this case, we can compare it to this form here. So y equals a x minus h squared plus k. So in this case here, h was 0, but we actually had a number on the end here, and it was k. So we could actually turn this c into k if you like. So the vertex here, let's just write that again, a x minus 0 squared plus k. And k is some vertex, some number. So the vertex here would have been 0 and k, like that. So I guess it's a little bit confusing with the notation, but you'll get used to it. So in this case, the vertex is 0k. K can be positive or negative. So remember, this is what we did last week, the last lesson. We had a graph looking like this. So in this case, k is here. So this was 0k. So 0k. And this, in this case, A is positive. It's opening upwards. That's this A here. You could have another graph down here where that's 0k, but k might be a negative number in this case. And opening down. So in this case, A is negative. Okay, I'll leave that for a minute if you want to copy that down. So just write that down for a second. Or you can watch the video later on. So that's the x-axis and your y-axis. So an example here could have been y equals x squared minus 4. Okay, so you've got to have a graph like that. So we see the k value is minus 4. So this point down here would be 0 minus 4. And A is positive. So the graph is opening upwards like that. Something like that. All of these graphs are on the y-axis. So here, each graph has the vertex on the y-axis. So that's the y-axis. So the vertex is always on the y-axis for this kind of graph here. Can we underline that different color? This one here. And that's your first one. So the only difference is we added a C, and that makes your graph go up or down. So it can go up K units or it can go down K units. It doesn't go left to right. We'll do that next. Okay, I want to do that again. So I'm going to clean this board, okay, so we can do the next form. The whiteboard does actually get saved, but I'm not sure how well that works. So those are the two forms that you've done already. And we've also done the next one. Okay, I think most of you are okay with this. So the third form, I probably should check in the book. Let's see what we should write down. I'll write the general form. Oh, so this is when, okay, so y, let's just write the general form again. Ax minus h squared plus k. So in this case will be, let k equal 0. So in this case, k will be 0. So we'll just have something like y equals a x minus h squared. And k is 0, so we don't write it down here. So we could think about what this looks like. So if we try to graph this one, I'm not sure if you remember, but this will shift the graph left or right. Moves, graph, left or right. So I'll do a few examples here. So let's start off with your simple y equals x squared. Like that. So that's the basic graph, y equals x squared. But then we might have y equals x minus 2 squared. And what we can do is put a plus 0 on the end. So the vertex of this graph would be 2, 0. Okay, so this is the vertex of a new graph, this one here. So x minus h, so h is 2, k is 0. That's k. Okay, so hk. So 2, 0, where is 2, 0? 1, 2, here. So this is the point 2, 0. This is the new vertex. So it's gone from 0, 0 to 2, 0. It's shifted this way. So I can maybe change the color on that. So the graph has gone 2 units this way. 2 units right. So that tells you to go 2 units to the right. So move graph 2 units right, to the right direction. So everything is going to be the same. The A is 1. So basically this graph will move to here. So it's going to look the same, except the new vertex is here. So it will be here. Okay. But the y-intercept stays here. So this is going to be 2, 0. So if you had another graph, y equals x plus 2 squared plus 0. So now we have a plus 2. Let's change that to minus. You'll have x minus negative 2 squared plus 0. Okay, so now we go 2 units to the left because now it's -2. So now HK, the vertex, is going to be -2, 0, like that. So don't get confused. Because you see +2, don't go +2 in this direction. Go the opposite. So go the opposite direction to this sign here. So if that says +2, you actually go to the -2. It's a little confusing, but that's because of this change we have to make here. Because our formula is x minus h, minus. So if this is plus, we have to make this minus -2, which is +2. So then we go 2 units. So out here, so this would be -2, 0. Okay, so then your new graph, which I'll change the color again, maybe purple. So now we have a new graph will be here, like that. Okay, so now we've gone 2 units to the left. So this is y equals x plus 2 squared. Okay, that's a perfect square, isn't it? So you'll get a perfect square, and it's just moving along the x-axis now. Is that okay? You want to take notes on that? I'll give you a minute to write down that. I might make a new share, and then this screen should be saved, but I'm not sure. Let me try. I'll have to share back. Let's see. I'll go back here, and then I'll go back to the whiteboard. So maybe that page was saved, but anyway. So let's make a new share on the whiteboard again. I've got to erase it, I think. Oh, save. I can click save. Save as PDF. Okay, it should be in my, I can post that in the line or something later. So it should be there. Okay, so let me clean that out. So hopefully that one's been saved. So let's review the last set where you've got h and k can be any number for the vertex and see what happens. So let's write our general form down. So 4, it's a bit, let's make it darker. So you've got y equals a x minus h squared plus k, and hk is the vertex. Like that. So now pay attention here, because I'm going to give you some item pool questions related to this, okay, in a little while after we've been through some examples. So first one, y equals, let's just follow along. I'm going to let a equal 0, or a equal 1 rather. So let's just keep it simple. We'll let a equal 1. So we'll have x, let's say -1 squared plus 1, like that. So compare this to your form. You've got x minus h. So you can see h here and h here. The sign is the same, so that's good. We don't have to do anything with this h here. So h is going to be 1, and k is whatever this number is, including the sign. Okay, so the vertex here is going to be 1, 1. So that's the first thing you write down. So just write that down. And we want to draw a quick sketch. Okay, so x minus h, and h is 1, k is 1. So you go 1, 1. So this is going to be your vertex, 1, 1. What I'll do now, I'll put a line of symmetry in too. So let's put a line of symmetry in. So you can do that as I'm drawing it. So you should copy these down now. okay, because you'll have to refer to them when you do your item pool in a minute. So put in a line of symmetry, and that's the line x equals 1, this value here, that number. So that's your line of symmetry. Your vertex is here. Your graph is with A is positive because A equals 1. So the graph will open upwards. I don't know where the intercepts are, so let's just draw it like that. That's good enough, isn't it? So just do that. So your vertex is 1, 1. We open upwards. Open up is good enough. Your vertex is here. Your line of symmetry is down here. And you can see the minimum point will be y equals 1. So just say minimum is y equals 1. This is the lowest point of the graph. Doesn't matter where on X you are, but this will be the lowest point here, and that's your vertex. That number is actually this number here. This one. It's the same as that one. And your line of symmetry is that number there, the X value. So I could draw that into. That's that value there. Simple as that, okay? So I'll leave that there for a minute. You can copy that down because you should have that to refer to. Okay, let's make a new one. So y equals x plus 2 squared minus 3. So look at your general form, which is x minus h. The problem here is you have a plus. So let's write the general form here. This is, call that B and call this one A, if you like. So x minus h squared plus k. So because you have a different sign here, we should make this into minus negative. So I recommend to do that when you're doing your calculations with me, unless you're quite good at this. So x minus negative 2 minus negative is positive, squared minus 3. So you can see the h value is going to be minus 2 and the k value is minus 3. Whatever sign is there, don't change that sign. Not necessary here. So your vertex is minus 2 minus 3. And then we basically draw the graph. We can do it real quick. So once you get your vertex, it's pretty straightforward. So minus 2 minus 3 is down here. And we're going to open upwards. So I'll write it down there. That's your vertex. A is positive. So you're going to open upwards. We can make a different color. Like that. Your line of symmetry will go down through here. So that's x equals minus 2, that number there. That's your line of symmetry. Then come across to your axes here. So this will give you the minimum point, which will be minus 3. So the minimum value equals minus 3. That's the lowest point here. And open upwards. So just be aware of that A as well. If it's negative, you're going to go the other direction. So I think we'll do one of them in a minute. So I'll save that page anyway. So hopefully that's saved. I'll go back and look in my folder later, but it should be there. So let's do another one. Let's do one more. Let's clear the board. Whiteboard there. So let's do another one. I'll just write one down for you to practice a bit yourself and then see if you get it right. You don't have to give me an answer on the chat or anything. So hopefully these are saving well and I will send them in the line group. So you don't have to copy these, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be successful with Okay, I'll leave that there for a minute. So let's do another one. This was example C. Y equals x plus 3 squared minus 4. Right, I'll let you do that for a minute, and then you see if you can get the right answer when I do the solution. All right, do that yourself quickly. And draw the graph too. So find your vertex first. So make a list of things to do. So vertex. 2, line of symmetry. Open up or down. We'll have the graph as well. What else? Oh, minimum or maximum point. So try to answer these things here. And draw the graph. So draw a graph there. Okay, so try that for a minute and then see how you go. You should write your general form down too. So you can do that somewhere before you go too far, if you haven't already. So y equals ax minus h squared plus k, and that's hk. So put that in there. And I'll erase this one here. I'll give you one more to do below that because some of you might be quite quick. So y equals minus x minus 2 squared plus 3. Okay, try that one as well. Sorry. So a couple of minutes. So after this, we'll do the item pool for the rest of the period. We have another class on Wednesday. So I'll teach you about finding the X and Y intercepts on that day. And then that would be a complete graphing set that we've done. Whatever's not finished in the book, you're welcome to finish that during the holiday if you want something to do. I know most of you probably won't, but if you want to just make sure you've completed all the work, you can go back through the book and do some review exercises and things like that. We may do some review when we come back to school, but I don't know when we're going back, so I have to wait and see. Okay, so for this vertex here, we've got 3. So your vertex here is going to be -3. So I need to be able to write on this board. So this is going to be -3, -4 for your vertex. So when I get to this first point, I'll start graphing it. So draw your graph out. So -3 for X, -4 for Y down here, where that's the X and Y axis. So this point here is -3, -4, which is the vertex. and we are positive A is 1, so we'll open upwards. Just like that. And then we've got the line of symmetry, which we can put in a different color. So go through your vertex always. So your line of symmetry is x equals -3, this number here. X equals -3 for the vertical lines like this. And so x equals -3, let's put that in there. It opens upwards, obviously, because A is positive. So open upwards like that. Let's circle that one. Minimum or maximum? Well, this is going to be a minimum point, isn't it? It's a low point. So the minimum value equals this number, y equals -4. That's this point here, -4. Okay, so that's the minimum value, y equals -4. Y equals -4, and that's your graph already. So to the next period, which I think is Wednesday, I'm going to try and teach you how to find the x-intercept and the y-intercept, which is up here somewhere. So we'll do that on the last period on Wednesday. So that's that one there. Let's look at this one. Now here A is negative, -1. So this will open downwards, but let's try to do the graph. But the vertex will be 2, x minus h, 2 and 3. So the vertex is 2 and 3. So we go x is 2, y is 3. Go up to there. So the vertex is 2, 3. And because this is negative, we'll open downwards. So now we go down. So go down like that. So open down, downwards. Your line of symmetry, obviously, is through the vertex again. So your line of symmetry is x equals 2, this number here. And now we have a maximum value because now we're on a hill, like walking up a hill. So the highest point is 3, this number here. So y equals 3. So that's the maximum. So you can say the maximum is 3 at x equals 2. So this tells you where the maximum is. So the maximum is 3 at x equals 2. That's telling you where on the x-axis the maximum is. Is that okay? I'll save that, and hopefully they're all saving in my, so saved as PDF. So I'll send you those in the line group later. I'll go and dig them out and post them so you don't have to copy all this. But let's go to the item pool. Let's make a new share here. So let's see what we got to do. I'll start a new session. Let's see if it works. Okay, go live. Okay, so go to your item pool. I'll give you like a couple of minutes per question, and I'll get your participation from this for semester 2. Okay, so you're given an equation. There's 3 things you need to do. Write down the vertex as part A, comma, part B, the line of symmetry. So x equals what? And whether it opens up or down. So open up, or just write up or down. Okay, open up, open down, whatever. Okay, so I'll let you do that for a minute. Okay, because there's like 7 questions here. So I'll give you like 2 minutes each. Okay, do that one there. So go to the item pool address here. at the top, itempool.com. Do that in your phone if you like. All right, try that. Okay, any answers? So x minus 2 all squared plus 3. So you have 3 things to answer: the vertex, the line of symmetry, and open up or open down. Right, got 3 answers. Don't worry if you're wrong, put something in. This is how you get some score. By participation is the easy thing to get a high score. You just have to try. I got 4 answers. Anyone else? Okay, 5 answers. Don't be too long. Okay, I'll count down 15 seconds. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So let's finish. Okay, so I'm not going to look at all these answers because it goes off the page, but you check you're working okay with me. Okay, so I'm going to write on the board here on the website. So your vertex here is going to be 2, 3. See that there? 2, 3. So the vertex will be 2, 3. Okay, so if I'm graphing it, I'm going to have 2, 1, 2, 3. And A is positive, open up. So it's 2 and 3. Your line of symmetry is x equals 2. So for the line of symmetry, some of you just wrote the point. So this one here looks like x is minus 2. So you should write x equals 2 here. Some of you wrote minus 2. But think about your graph. Okay, so your vertex is 2, 3. So your line of symmetry is x equals 2. So you should have had, should have looked like this. So you should have had A, 2, 3, B. Now this would have been x equals 2, your line of symmetry. And C would be open up. So just write up like that. Some of you wrote down, but it can't be down because the A value here is 1 in the front here. And A is positive. If A is positive, it will open up, okay? So let's try the next one. Okay, what about this one here? Okay, we got 10 minutes, so let's work till the end. So I give you 2 minutes for this one, not too long, because I want to do a couple more. Okay, try that one. What's your vertex? You can write your general form first, y equals a x minus h squared plus k. Okay, one answer. Okay, keep going. Anyone else? Right, I'll count down. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's finish. So minus 1, 1. Yeah, so some of you are starting to get this right. So minus 1, 1 is the vertex. So it's always the opposite. The H is always the opposite of this sign. So let's have a quick draw. Wait. What am I doing? Don't want to go there. Where'd my item pool go? Wait. Sorry, I clicked the wrong button. Okay, so let me draw the picture. So you've got x plus 1. So let's write that quickly. X plus 1 squared plus 1. So your general form is x minus h. So here h should be -1. It will always be the opposite of this sign. If that's +1, h will be -1. It's not as simple as that later on when you have hard questions, but you can think of that. So your vertex will be, so your vertex should be -1, 1. So your line of symmetry is x equals this number, the h value. So b, x equals -1, and this opens up. It should be opens up, OPENS, up. Okay, so it opens up that one. Let's try another one. So only have 5 minutes. Okay, try this one. Now be careful now, the A is negative. Do not put this minus sign inside the bracket. That sign just tells you if it opened up or down. So don't change the vertex with this sign. So that minus sign stays out the front. Don't put that inside. Okay, try that one. Okay, 15 seconds, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's have a quick look. So -4, -3. So this looks okay. Open down. So your vertex, let's write out the answer because I want to do one more quick. So A, your vertex is going to be -4, -3. So x minus -4. So the vertex will be -4, -3. It will open down, and the line of symmetry is x equals -4. That's the line of symmetry, which is this number here. You see, it's the same as this one, and open down. So that's what you should have gotten for that one. So it looks like most of you are okay. But that sign for K, always don't change that sign. It doesn't change. The only problem one is in the middle here, this one in the bracket. Okay, let's try one more because we've only got 2 minutes. Okay, don't worry that that's the fraction. You do it the same way. Okay, try that one. We have 7 questions, but we won't do them all. We'll just stop here. Okay, so only a minute for this one because our time is short. Okay, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yep, so minus a half 4. So you got x plus a half. So this sign has to change. So your vertex is going to be minus a half and 4. Your line of symmetry will be x equals minus a half, which is from this number here. And you will be open down because of the negative in the front here. That will make your graph upside down. So open down. I can't fully see all the answers, but if you wrote open upwards, you've got a negative here. So that's like saying minus x squared, which is positive. It will go up because a here is 1. But if a is -1, your graph will be opening downwards. So that sign's related to this one here. Okay, so we'll do more on that in the next period anyway. So I'll stop there and I'll save up your work and have a look at it later, what you wrote. Okay, so I'll talk to you on Wednesday then, all right? I think that may be the last class. So come to that one and we'll do a little bit on finding intercepts and stuff. All right, okay, I see you Wednesday, all right? Okay, bye-bye, have a good day. And homework sheet, don't forget, okay? Don't forget your worksheet. Okay, see you later.